Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia Williams, and here I do all things beauty. So if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. And if you're new here, nice to meet you. So for today's video, my look is very yellow and pink. And if you can tell just by looking at it, I'm using the Jeffree Star Banana Fetish palette. This was gifted to me by my older sister because she knows I used to, really like Jeffree Star, watching him. I grew up watching him and, learning all that stuff. So I really appreciate her for giving me my palettes. My first ever palettes were given to me by her, so she just continues. So I wanted to use that today, and I also wanted to incorporate some of my favorites. I wanted to incorporate some things I didn't recall using, so maybe those are the reason why I kept it, and some things I only tried a couple times and probably had a bad time with. But I feel like now that I've grown, gotten better, I can like play around with certain stuff and morph it into like something good. Now if it's just bad, I can tell that too, but if it's something I used wrong, I want to give it another chance. So without further ado, let's get into it. Hi guys. Okay, so my brows are on, they're set, and then my eyelids are primed. I use the Ulta Beauty Skinny Slim Brow Pencil. She's in the shade dark brown. I use the Benefit Cosmetics. This is the clear brow gel. It's the original, I believe, if you can look at the packaging. And then for the eye primer, I did change it up today. I have the Urban Decay eyelid primer. What is it called? Primer Potion? Yes, it's the original one. The only reason I don't use her often is because like when I put her on, she sets very fast, so you have to blend her out like faster than the speed of light. So if you did both at the same time and try to blend it out, like you took your time, it would set on this eye faster. Like you have to be very fast about blending it and going back and forth because it is set. Like no oils are gonna come through. So it's really good if you have oily eyelids, but I have to work fast if I use this one, and I want to use it because I have it. Like why not? So now I think I'm ready to go ahead and get into the eyes. For the eyes today, I'm going to be using the Banana Fetish palette by Jeffree Star. This just came out, and I know Jeffree Star is like a controversial topic, but as a kid growing up, getting into makeup, I watched him a lot, and I know like he has his own drama, but like being an adult now, I'm not here for the drama. I'm here for the makeup. So I like it. I want to use it. This is the new one. I don't have any yellow palettes, so why not? And then this is how the inside's looking. She looks beautiful. I think it was I think it was created for him to put in like a blue and a pink. Someone said that this looked orange, but I think it's very much yellow. I think an orange would have been nice to add in the palette, like somewhere, like a pop of orange. Gorgeous. But this is what we're going to be using today, and I'm going to put swatches up now. Okay, so starting off, I want to go ahead and take this shade called My Peeps. I want to put her all over the lid. You see, there's a little bit of kickback with this shade, but nothing crazy. And this is just something quick to put over the lid. Okay, so this is how the eyes are looking. There is quite a little bit of kickback with that shade, but that doesn't bother me because my face isn't even done, so I can just wipe it if I need to. And I haven't primed or nothing either, so there's no complaints here. Next, I want to take, let me think, Cream Pie right next to it, and let's take her in an upward shape. Okay, so this is how the yellow's looking. Her name was Cream Pie. She's looking very much like a sunshine yellow, which is gorgeous. I think I want to go ahead and just like jump into Banana Fetish and continue with the same shape, and then we'll add darkness. So now that we added Banana Fetish, the eyes are looking like a true yellow. I want to go ahead and jump into like a brown shade, and I'm feeling that's a funny name, Pounding Cake. That's so funny. I don't know, I don't care for cool tone browns personally, so let's take Size Queen. This is her right here. She's looking like one of the warmest browns, and this one's looking like a yellow brown, so I want to take this one instead, the Size Queen. Dang it. Okay, and then since that brown was like lighter than I thought, and that's me trying to build her up, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into like the darkest one. It's called Don't Choke. Like, don't choke. So let's go ahead and just take her with the same brush and just use her a little bit. I just really don't care for cool tone colors because I feel like it makes me look gray and ashy, if you know what I mean. But it's looking nice with that warm brown. I think they're blending in real nicely. So this is how the eyes are looking blended out. I went back and forth with some shades just to tweak it how I likes it. So I want to figure out what kind of shimmer to put on the lid, because I don't think a shimmer would ruin the look at all. And I'm definitely going to clean up the edges just so we can have like a snatched look. So I don't know. And I heard he had like 2 new formulas. They were made in Italy or something, so they're supposed to be like the best of the best quality. I just don't know which shades it was. I believe G-Spot, and I don't know. So give me 1 second and I'll figure out what to put on the lid. So I decided, looking at the shade swatches, it's actually backwards. The first one is G-Spot. She looks like a light gold. The next one I did was Star Split. She looks like a whitish gold. And then Vitamin P, she just looks very gold, like a true gold. And then the last one is called Never Bitter. It's like a greenish gold. So I'm thinking about putting G-Spot all over the lid, and I think that would look pretty cute. So let's get into it. Okay, so this is how G-Spot's looking all over the lid. I would like to say she's popping very nicely. There was quite a bit of fallout using my finger, but you could probably fix that with different methods of like wetting a brush and wiping on the lid. Personally, I just didn't feel like getting a brush and trying to do the shape and stuff, and I can just be so much faster with my finger. So I already cleaned it up. I think it looks really nice. Let's go ahead and get into complexion because I like a face. For primers today, we're going to be using the Milk Hydro Primer and then e.l.f. Putty Primer. It's the original. And as you can see, I've been going through her quite a bit. Okay, so skin is primed. Going in with my e.l.f. putty bronzer. This is in the shade Honey Drip, and she is light, but I like how subtle it is on my skin tone. It's like really subtle and carved. And then the formula just blends beautifully. So even if you can't see it that much, I can see it. I think it looks really nice. And we are going to go on top with some powders too. So it's only going to take me a second to do this. And then put some cream on too. I'm feeling very yellow and pinky. I think that would be a cute combo today since there is a hot pink in the palettes. Today we're going back into Miss LA Girl. She's in the shade Grace. So this is one of their newer cream blushes. It's a matte formula, but I just wanted to try some. I thought it would be nice for the look today. And like I said, we're going back in with powder, so even if it's not exact, it's close. The idea was there. Ooh, forgot how pigmented. I really did. Okay. Okay, so I overdid it with the blush just a little, but it's okay. We're gonna fix her with some concealer. For today, we're using the NARS Radiant Concealer. She's in the shade Medium 2 Ginger, and I like to think this is a decent shade on me. I'm sure I got a little tanner since going to the beach and whatnot, but I really like this concealer. I heard, don't know for sure, that the Maybelline Fit Me concealer is a dupe for it because they have a similar finish, matte but soft radiance. But when I think of matte and soft radiance, I also hear that the Morphe Flawless Filter, the, what is it called, reinvented one, that one's supposed to have a similar finish, soft radiance, matte, still shining just a little. I don't know, but it's just something I heard, so it's just something to keep in mind if you are interested in that stuff. I just heard about it. So next we're gonna go into L'Oreal. This is the new True Match Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. She's in the shade, let me see, 5-6. And I like this a lot, like a lot. I think it just looks beautiful on the skin. I've heard mixed reviews about it, but I think it's gorgeous. Like, I love this. Okay, let's just blend her out first. So, even though I've used it before, it does have like a slight fragrance to it. Something floral. And I hear that people be like, oh, it doesn't have any coverage. I think it's nice on those days where you don't want a lot of coverage, but you just want like a evened out skin tone just a little. I think it's really pretty. So I like it a lot. And right now I'm using my Real Techniques sponge. This is the, I think, Ultra Soft or something. I wanted to keep trying to use it because just feeling it on my face, it feels itchy-ish. Very soft when you just squeeze it. It's very malleable, but it feels a little itchy, which is weird, but nothing I haven't dealt with before. I really like how soft it is, but it has like a rough texture. So I'm only using her today to blend out all the products. I always take a nice flat brush to clean up the edges because I like my eyeshadows to look very sharp. And so it just gives me a very precise angle where to stop blending at. There we go. See? Point. It only takes 2 seconds. And you can do it if you want to. Not saying you have to. But it does just make the look a whole lot, like, cleaner, in my opinion. Okay. And I really do like this concealer. I think it looks very smoothing under the eyes. I definitely get that soft radiance, but I don't really get anything too matte from it. And I don't really care for matte concealers anyway, but I like how it is. It's light, but buildable. Just very pretty under the eyes. Okay, so now that we're blended out thoroughly, haven't set yet, we're about to. I want to go ahead and use this Anastasia's loose translucent powder. I can't really have too much of an opinion on it. I have it, but I haven't really used it. I think I used it about once or twice, so I don't really know how it's gonna look under my eyes. But I have my little puffer also, so we're gonna go ahead and take just a little, right, and then back of the hand. And press her under the eye gently. Okay, so I do have a little bit of like powder residue under my eye, but we are going to finish off eyes. But before that, I want to go ahead and set the bronzer. I have this NARS Laguna bronzer, so I just want to set it. And I believe this is just the mini. Oh, and the NARS concealer I have, that's just the mini too, because I wanted to try it before I, got the full thing for $30. And I think it's nice. Of course, half the product you get, it's only about $15 for half of it. But everything will be linked down below. So setting the blush, I want to use my NARS Orgasm on the Beach palette. This was a collection I think that came out like a year ago. So I picked it up because I loved the shades and how they looked. These are 2 highlights, these are 2 like shimmer blushes, and these are 2 like satin finishes. I was like, chef's kiss, I want that in my life. So I want to go ahead and set with using like this peachy pink, well, more so pink, but it's like supposed to be a shimmer type. I wanted to do that for the blush today.
And then look, it's just so subtle. It's not like harsh on the skin. It's so pretty. Very smoothing.
Okay, so while we're at it, let's go ahead and highlight a little. We're going to take this middle highlight shade called Naples and just do the high points while we're at it. It's pretty. Okay, so now I want to finish off with the eyes. Going into this hot pink, let's go ahead and run her under the eye, and we might tie it in with that brown at the outer corner. Ooh, pigments. Okay, so using that hot pink shade, her name was Pinky Ring. She had quite a bit of kickback, and putting her under the eye, some of it got in my eye. Not saying it hurts or nothing, but like I felt powder in my eye. So dusting away the excess powder just so we can clean it up. The look is almost done. Okay, nicely. Let me see. And then I want to take Star Split. I want to go ahead and just put it on the inner corner, and then I'll do liner, lashes, all that good stuff.
This is pretty.
Maybe we could do a pop of yellow because it's already pink under the eye. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go in with liner and lashes. I'm gonna use my ColourPop liner. She's in the shade Grande. It's brown. Okay, so the eyes look great. Now, I want to go ahead and go into lips. Okay, so I was going through what I did have, and to go tie in with the eyes, I want to go in with my Elf Retro Paradise lip liner and the Milani Blossom lipstick, the matte fetish one. So for this one, you have to buy it in a pack just to get it, but if you get it, it's good. Okay, so this is how the face is looking. It's coming together. I want to go ahead and set the face and then apply mascara after so we don't make a mess. For setting spray, you can see I love her. It's the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Setting Mist. It just gives me like a dewy set, and I think it's nice. I don't know if it's going to help with the longevity of my makeup, but I haven't had issues with it like deteriorating in the day with wearing that. I just like how fresh and dewy I look. I look hydrated. So going in with her. Oh, last but not least, going in with mascara. This is the NARS Cosmetics Climax Extreme, and it has a very big dofa. Is that what it's called? Very big like applicator bristle. I don't use her often. I can't say that I love it to recommend it. It's just something I wanted to do since we were already using a lot of NARS products. And the video is not sponsored because it's not. So this is how the mascara is looking. She did a good job of like lifting my lashes, but I'm not able to use her like under on my bottom lash row because it's so big, and it's one of those things you got to be careful with and take the risk of not messing up your makeup if you use it because the applicator is just that big. But the formula, I think it's decent. My lashes are lifted and I got like short lashes. Yes, so I like that. And then last but not least, I'm gonna use my eye lower lashes. They're in the style Marquise. I just cut them in half and do the outer corner only, and we'll call that the end. Thanks, guys. Okay, guys, thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. I really would like to say I love the palette. It is gorgeous. I didn't think yellow could have so many different undertones because yellow's not my favorite color, but it's not my least favorite either. So I was very impressed with this palette, and then it has like so many things that you can just work with. And then I tied it in with the lips. Chef's kiss. Also, besides the palette, this Real Technique sponge, testing it out again, I actually do like it. You know, at first I was like, ugh, but it didn't pick up my makeup at all. Like, it didn't absorb it, and I think it looks phenomenal. It blended everything out nicely, and I only used it to blend everything out besides the brushes. But I think it looks really good. Everything looks very even. I don't look patchy, or I don't look like I have like light coverage in certain areas. I think the sponge did really well, so I'm impressed with that. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of this video, because I didn't really know what I was going to do today, but I definitely knew I wanted to use the palette. So with this inspired look, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.